Very active weather is going to be occurring over the next couple weeks. Hello, guys. Welcome back to this update on December 31st, New Year's Eve. And I'm telling you, this weather today could be quite interesting as we do have some thunderstorms in effect for tonight. And then we're going to be talking about the potential snowstorms later in the video. So, let's get started right off with the severe weather threat. And I'm telling you, it's really kind of weird to be seeing this almost in January, that you get this low in Ohio and you get like a pretty powerful cold front that comes through it with a warm front. And since we're going to be seeing sunny conditions all afternoon, we're going to get some convection with it. And as you can see, you can start seeing some thunderstorms starting to blow up right around 9 p.m. And we got a powerful squall line of thunderstorms, maybe even a severe storm around Philly, Eastern PA, New Jersey, New York City. And this all continues north. And we got some pretty powerful storms to be talking about. So, again, this is something to watch out for. This isn't the only model that's showing it. NAM 3K, if we go back to this, it's not as much, but again, there could be some discrete cells that maybe could produce a severe storm or two. The FV3, we can take a look at it. So the severe weather threat really increases around 6 p.m. after sundown and everything like that. West Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, Eastern Pennsylvania, you guys are under the gun to see some pretty strong storms. By 7 p.m., we got a pretty nasty line of storms marching its way through Washington, D.C., Eastern PA, and starting to enter New Jersey. And we keep this going. We get another line of storms trying to form in New Jersey, and then the really, really messy evening for New Jersey. Some pretty heavy storms as well. So this is going to be quite an evening, to be honest. So get ready, because we could be talking about some severe weather. And why are we saying this? Well, let's go back to the SPC. And as you can see, we have a marginal risk of severe weather for Central New Jersey, Southern New Jersey, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Richmond, VA. And I'm telling you, this risk right here, this goes all the way up to our area. It's just been updated. And the summary says damaging to isolated marginally severe gusts, isolated large hail, and a brief tornado are possible today from central Appalachians to parts of the Mid-Atlantic. As you can see, the tornado threat also exists for southern New Jersey, Baltimore, Washington, and all the way up to our area. This is concerning. Like, if the SPC issues a 2% tornado threat for our area today, that is something to really keep an eye on. And I think we could be seeing some very nasty storms tonight. I wasn't paying attention to this yesterday that much, but now the tornado threat has really increased. Why? Well, the natural shape of it is a lot of discrete storms, and any one of those discrete storms could produce an isolated tornado. Any one of them. Doesn't matter how powerful they are. If we get enough convection and maybe not even that much cape, but you get it. We have a lot that's playing today. If we get that all to mix down to the surface, we could easily get a tornado or two down in the Mid-Atlantic into New Jersey. So this is something to really keep an eye out on, because we have a lot of popular areas. Hail, wind, tornado, we are all under the gun for that. So we're really going to be keeping an eye on that. If we get a cluster of storms that starts to form with some very powerful lightning and storms, or we're going to have to keep an eye out on that. And again, the risk for a brief tornado still exists throughout the Mid-Atlantic this afternoon and evening. So this is getting a little bit too concerning, and we got to really watch this now. Anyways, let's get back to what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the pattern quite a bit today. So, we're going to be talking about how these storms are going to be... Wait. Let's go back to the 0Z. I think that's when the storms start to form. No. You know what? Let's go back to the initial run yesterday, 6Z. So, I want to show you this because we're going to have a series of storms trying to swing through the mid-Atlantic and northeast. It's going to be a step-down type process. Wednesday, we're going to get these powerful thunderstorms. Tuesday, which is today, we're going to get some of those powerful storms, some severe, and that exits out. Some snow showers left over on Thursday, and then another clipper tries to form around Friday. Doesn't make it really, but some ocean effect snow. Saturday, Sunday, we got to watch this time period, and we see a lot of snow trying to break out for the central U.S. and an ice storm in the middle of the country with rain down south. And this turns into a pretty massive storm. And this could be a recipe for a winter storm for the mid-Atlantic. And we could start seeing some winter weather advisories and winter storm watches as early as Friday. Because this storm could really start intensifying, and I think this storm could be quite intense for the mid-Atlantic and New Jersey. You just see that this snow is pretty darn heavy. We have snow all day for Monday forecasted, and the snow continues. That exits out, but I want you to pay attention to the next storm we're going to be dealing with. You have two separate pieces of energy, right? One down north and one down south. So if you get these two pieces of energy to collide, you get a major blockbuster blizzard snowstorm. Well, the reason being, you got so much wild energy up in the north that it gives a lot of light snow action. It has a lot of energy. You can already tell by the isobars, this is quite a crazy Arctic blast. And then this tries to congeal. Watch this. This congeals and it gives heavy snow to Alabama and the southeast. And then watch this. The whole entire East Coast gets obliterated with heavy snowfall, gusty winds, damaging winds, in fact, and blinding, terrible conditions. This will be like Winter Storm Orlena, but obviously on a much wider scale. This will be a generational storm. And then watch this. As we get into the 10th at 7 p.m., you got a full out major nor'easter / blizzard / major bomb cyclone just absolutely obliterating the East Coast, especially the Jersey Shore, Long Island, Boston, Philly. The I-95 corridor is the most heavily impacted, and the blues are off the chart. You can't even see them right now. Actually, you can just a little bit right there near the Jersey Shore. Oh my goodness. 971. This continues up the northeast with a 960 low pressure, and you got damaging winds and very heavy snow. And if this were to happen, this will be crazy. But again, this can't be ruled out. And then, yet again, once you think you're done, you got another storm. So, the main theme I'm trying to show you here, if these two pieces of energy collide with each other, just try to perfectly align. This could be a Miller A type storm setup where you have that Gulf of Mexico stream and it goes down south, and then all of a sudden makes that curve up north. Perfect recipe for a powerful northeaster giving you feet of snow. But if it's a Miller B type setup, like on Monday, I'll show you here. This is a Miller B setup. It comes from the central U.S. and dives all across the country like a literal straight line. And that's a Miller B setup. And I'll show you why I mean a Miller B setup. Because as you can see on the European, let's go back around, okay? So the European is very interesting with the Monday storm. it wants to be pretty powerful. Yeah, some pretty powerful storms comes through this evening. But again, I'll show you that Miller B setup. So you got snow breaking out across Nebraska, Kansas, yeah. And then you got that little ice storm line. And snow starts breaking out for all the central U.S. Wow, you get a major winter storm for Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana. And then you got that ice storm, that crippling ice storm. A half an inch to an inch of ice across central Missouri. And it's a very thin line, but that could be some very crippling ice. And then watch this. This gets so powerful that I think there will be a severe weather outbreak in the South, in Louisiana, in Mississippi, in Tennessee. And you get this very heavy snow. And then watch this. Ohio, Indiana, very, very heavy snow. Like, I don't know how much we're going to be talking about, but, like, again, so, yeah, for New Jersey, for Pennsylvania, for pretty much the whole entire mid-Atlantic, you got some nasty weather. Very heavy snow, and even there tries to be a very intense low pressure trying to develop off the coast and goes away. And then you have more snow trying to develop in Texas, in Arkansas, and you try to have yet another winter storm trying to form, and you get another winter storm around the 11th. So this isn't the only model that's showing it. The GFS is also showing this, and another diver. So I'm telling you, there's going to be active times. Even if we go back to the 18Z, same scenario. The 12Z, the same scenario. Very heavy snow. I'm telling you, this is a consistent trend. We have to watch out for the southeast as well. The 6Z, yeah, man, this isn't no joke. Yeah, more heavy snow. Yeah, so this is a pretty active pattern to watch out for. And let me just go back to the wild run of the GFS. Hold up. No. Let's go back to the 6Z run, right? Yeah. That's where it showed that very heavy axis of snow. And let's go to the upper dynamics, the height anomaly. And you can see you got a series of low pressures trying to go off the coast. A little one on Wednesday. But then you get a little bit of a ridge right here. You get a massive low pressure trying to form. And watch this. You get a diving low pressure from, the southeast and into Arkansas and Tennessee. You got a bowling ball. And then watch this. It tries to intensify right off the east coast, and you might get a solid snow event. And then watch this. An aggressive low pressure. Like, that's all the way down to New Mexico. That is absolute insane. And then this dives even further south. And I do see how there could be a Texas snow event, because you just got so much energy across, what's it called? Northern Mexico. That's even further down than Texas. So that's why you can be seeing that snow in Texas on the 9th through the 10th. And I see that happening. And then you get another massive low pressure trying to form and another East Coast snowstorm. And the pattern continues. Strong PNA, positive PNA in California. This will allow for more and more storms to form and another bowling ball trough coming through. So I'm telling you, it is going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal with snow and very cold air. And if you just want to take a look at how cold it could be, hold up. We got to find the temperatures. 2-meter temperature. All right. Let's take a look at it. And let's zoom into the northeast here. Let's zoom it up a bit. So you got that little trough coming through, and that will bump up temperatures, could bring some severe weather. But again, after January 2nd, it gets really cold. And let me just zoom out for the whole entire U.S. for you guys to see. very cold air starts to plunge down and plunge even more down south. And I mean, like Tuesday, January 7th, you're going to see single digits up in the Northeast, near zero negatives in the central U.S., and the cold just continues. -4 in Indiana and Ohio once you wake up on Thursday, January 9th. This is really brutal cold. Single digits keep on continuing, and we get another Arctic blast trying to give us negatives, and this is the end of the model run. But I'm telling you, this brutal cold is going to last quite a bit. The GFS, same idea. And let's see if it's actually even colder. Is it? I mean, you get the idea. The central U.S., it's a lot more colder. Like, look. This is a 2-meter temperature, -33 for an actual temperature in North Dakota. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is definitely, that is ridiculously cold. And a wind chill could be a -60 up there. So it's even colder than up in Canada. This is quite some crazy stuff. And you get below freezing temperatures all the way into Florida. That is ridiculous. Like, literally all the U.S. is below average, like freezing cold. So you get the idea. This is going to be a very intense pattern setup, brutal cold, major snowstorms. And again, I'll go back to the GFS. And we need to take a look at that 6Z run. If this really comes into fruition, this one. If this really comes into fruition, this snowstorm right there, we need those two pieces of energy to collide together. And then we could be talking about something. But we need them to collide together. We need a very vigorous northern stream of energy, very vigorous Arctic blast, and then some very powerful Gulf of Mexico energy. And if this could form into what we see right here, this will be a dream come true for snow lovers, but an absolute nightmare for some. But anyways, as you look at it, it will be a once-in-a-decade storm. Just major snowfall, damaging winds, and all the above. So anyways, I think that will do it for our New Year's Eve update. I think I will be doing an update before those severe storms. We'll take a look what is happening with all that lightning and stuff. If we get any severe storm watches, I'll update you guys. But anyways, have a great rest of your New Year's Eve. And I'll see you guys later. And for those of you wondering, 2025, it's gonna be a great year. So I mean, the winter season already is looking up to be a very good winter season. So anyways, I'll see you guys later, and have a great rest of your New Year's Eve. Just watch out for any severe weather that might try to happen in the Mid-Atlantic. Otherwise, it's going to be a calm day and pretty sunny. So anyways, I'll see you guys later, and see ya.